Was?
That's a car with no in it.
Oh, you're right. You're right. When you're
It
right, you're
was.
right.
Hmm?
When I'm good,
Gotham,
I'm
you should bring
good.
back that
When
like
I'm
Dusk of All
bad, I
map
guess.
you had. You should bring back that Dusk of All map you had for Blaze in the Dark.
It would not work for this. I am actually working on a sector map for Scum and
That would be
Villany.
great.
Ooh,
Oh.
That might be very helpful.
that would
Because
be
that
fun.
Dusk of All map looks sick, and I would love one for Scum and Villainy, like a sector map.
It's taking a lot of work, but I'm working on it. That's my project in my off days.
Wait, did you make that Blades map by hand?
No. That was from the
Okay.
Blades Discord. Someone posted it, and I was like, "Hey, can I use it?"
All right.
You guys ready for
Alright.
Sky's worst day?
Oh,
Ready
God,
for
don't tell me
everyone's
you're-
worst day.
Why are you gonna have your worst day today?
I'm about to be in a firefight and I don't have a gun.
Okay, you for sure have a gun.
It's okay. I'm the
Don't
one over
worry
here with
about it.
swords. I'm the guy who brought a knife to a gunfight.
You can just click the blaster pistol option, Jacob, and you'll have a gun.
No. Sky specifically does not carry a gun.
I.
I made that choice in the beginning. I'm
It's
not
a-
a
it's a
fighter.
Why
choice.
are you
Yeah.
why are you handicapping yourself?
Hey,
Because-
hey, man! If it comes up, it will give you XP. It's not handicapping yourself.
It's
It's
leveling
actually-
yourself up.
It is a
Also
handicap if
partially-
you get your arm blown off in a fight. That's a
Yes,
handicap.
partially
that could
a-
handicap you, quite literally.
Everyone else is
Perhaps.
armed. I'm not a fighter. I'm just a simple mechanic. Let me live, and you guys all get blown up
Mechanic.
after.
It's
I'll
a
fix your shit if
real
you let me
harsh
live.
bargain on the moral stances of our enemies.
That is a good point.
Yeah.
I'm just a mechanic, guys. I'm harmless. Hacks their
I
entire.
can always potentially bargain the whole, I'll fix your ship if you don't shoot me.
Okay, as if they don't have someone that does that for them already.
Never know. We'll see on that sway roll.
I also want to point out, if everyone wants to know, anyone wants to know what this campaign is all about, the music videos for Spice Girls Spice Up Your Life, that pretty much sums it up.
I mean, they.
It's iconic.
They control the spice, so they control the galaxy.
Look, it's all Jerry's world and the rest is parking. Alright, so last time you guys got caught up in a bit of a mix-up with the Janus Syndicate. But you were able to arrange a deal in which you will get the cargo that you guys are after if you help the Janus Syndicate deal with the 51st Legion.
And by deal, they wanted us to like lead them in here, right?
Lead them in there, kill everyone but the most important in charge.
Perfection.
And they have radioed Raphael to come in with the shuttle as well.
Good.
Repeat that last part. You
You
kind of
got-
cut out.
Robotic.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. And they had you guys radio in Raphael to come in with the shuttle. And
Mhm.
more guns.
Taking a shuttle instead of
All
just.
the guns. All right.
So, you guys have some time before the 51st Legion arrives.
Did anything end up happening with our hired hands?
Yeah, they're still with
They're
you
still there?
guys.
Okay.
We still have them. Who was it? It was Clint. It was Gilbert Gottfried, and who was the last one?
It was what's his face?
Did I write it down?
Rodney.
Rodney.
Rodney Dangerfield. Right? Yeah.
Yeah. Very like there are for in order to for the TV show to like work around any defamation lawsuits. They're played by off-brand versions of themselves.
That's what we just
And
get
two of
there.
them are
Yeah,
aliens,
yeah.
so they just need to do the voice.
Change each of the names by one vowel.
Yeah. Yeah. Rude apostrophe N-I.
But they still keep Dangerfield.
Yeah. That's a...
It's
Rodney Dangerfield is a sci-fi name. That is science fiction.
I would argue it's also like a spy name.
I mean, it's both. Anyways.
They renamed Clint to like Quint. He's
Yeah,
Quint
it's
Eastwood.
Quint.
Quint West Forest.
No, it's not even that far. It's like Quint Westwood.
Yeah.
Alright, so you guys have some a job to do.
I got nothing.
You have time to prepare.
Oh, actually, never mind. I
Is
take
there
that back.
still
I might have something to
fuel
prep.
and stuff still fuel and stuff left on the ship? Because the 51st Legion is coming here, right, to the ship.
Yes. Most likely.
What do you just said?
Most
Completely cut
likely, yes.
out. I want to rig a detonator. Like, is there still like fuel and stuff in this tank, and if so, how much?
At one point probably, but it's all leaked out at this point.
Here's a question for the group. Do we want Sky to be in the ship? Possibly also
Getting the
Haska to run like, and by the ship I mean like the ship to run like orbital interference in case they bring some firepower up there.
That wouldn't be a bad idea.
I'd be okay with that.
I volunteered Haska and Sky because Haska's the pilot and Sky is the ship-to-ship combat specialist. But we can discuss if we wanted to change that or not.
But before we do that, is it possible for me to potentially rig up the just like the crash ship as a big explosive? Like, is there still pieces or enough pieces within it that would?
You can rig it up to be an explosive, yes.
I do. My form of expertise.
It's
Can I
possible
roll that rig?
it'll be difficult.
Can I roll the rig roll during the score potentially, or affects the clock?
You can have it
and-
be a flashback if it comes up.
Okay. Because my main thought with it is it's less of a how much, or it's less of a does it explode, more of the does it explode to the degree I predicted. Like a small explosion, if I assume like a critical failure would be like if I say it's going to be 100-foot radius, it's like 1,000-foot radius and roasts everyone.
Or it just lets out a small poof of like black smoke, and there's like a sad trombone noise.
Yes, I am sure that flashbacks are an actual mechanic.
I don't know, I'm not convinced. They seem fake.
You guys just never seem to want to use them.
I'm sorry, Galpin. Last time I did, but this time I'm playing a character that doesn't really do flashbacks, which is unfortunate. Because I was the only one that used them before. Except for maybe Grace.
But that was just, oh, I already have explosives here.
Flashbacks would require me to think ahead.
I disagree. I think
Or go,
flashbacks
oh shit, I should have
only
thought
require
of.
you to think in the
Yeah,
moment.
I think flashbacks are the ultimate, like, they're almost like the get out of jail free card for not planning ahead.
Exactly.
Hmm.
I want
But
to figure out how to use them.
story-wise, it would have required a Mathis to have thought about potential things that could happen.
Okay, but what's your
Well, I'm gonna do
character?
this.
What is your character? Okay, but what is your character's defining trait in this game?
Drugs.
Blades.
In this
Blades,
case, we don't.
No,
we don't
no,
have
in
blades.
the guy.
This
What is
game,
Sky's
yeah,
defining
I-
trait? I would argue her intelligence.
Yeah, this game I'm all for flashbacks. Mathis, fuck no. Right.
All right. Anyways,
So if there's nothing else, we can just hop into the score.
oh, I did want to see if one of the Janus people would be willing to, quote unquote, loan me a fine sidearm so that I could replace the one I lost just for this battle. And I use quote unquote because there's a very good chance we might be triggering our betrayal XP if I just
they're
keep it.
they're business people, so they'll for cred unless you want to like make a roll.
What if I offer them Buttercup as collateral?
It's not really for collateral. They don't really have interest in a mechanical horse.
All right, fine. We'll go back to the plan A, which is just kill someone and take their gun.
That works.
I mean, that
You
works.
could probably loot it off of Janus Syndicate.
Oh yeah, who seems to have the nicest gun on the Janus Syndicate team?
Definitely. What's her name? The pilot who's heading up.
Or alternatively, do our three hired on hands look like they have fine sidearms?
They look like they have like not fine, but like sentimental pieces. You know, guns with a
They're
history.
Look for someone in
Okay.
the officers, like the officers' stuff on them on the 51st Legion. Kill them and then take their gun.
We'll see. Raphael carries a fine sidearm, doesn't he?
Well, mine is currently jammed, and actually, I was curious if I can find a way to fix it before this whole thing goes down.
I think that's a downtime activity, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm wondering if we had enough time, maybe just to squeeze it in there real quick, like a quick, field repair, but probably not.
Galtham, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
Would it be possible to repair the flash pistol in time, or no?
To repair your blast pistol? Yeah, sure.
Oh, sweet.
It was just you couldn't use it during that segment because there wasn't like I don't believe you had what do you call it? There's a clock and it was automatically gonna fill after a certain amount of seconds, but you missed downtime last time, so it would have been fixed.
Oh, perfect. Okay. On that event, I'll just look over to Keith and I kind of hand him over my Krieger. You know, it's kind of just looks like an M1911, but like sci-fi, and has a suppressor stuck on it.
Are
Wow.
you just giving this to me?
I'm lending it to you, Keith, and I want it back. This pistol will see me through a lot of shit.
It's
I don't think
more
I need
of
to
a
tell you what
guideline.
happened.
Keith whispers, it's more of a guideline.
Now, I don't think I need to tell you what happens if you actually keep it indefinitely. All right?
We're all in the same crew. We can share, right?
Yes, but this is my custom blaster pistol.
Tell you what, I got an idea. Let's you and me play a hand of cards over that pistol.
At this point, you see Raphael kind of just like loom over you, and he's like, Keith, I made that mistake once. I'm never making it again. Okay?
I got a fine coat to bid against it.
Keith, you're
I know
borrowing.
how vain you are.
You see Raphael kind of just look at him like as he like reaches down like his little jelly.
Think about it. You could have a. Wow, I'm really all over the place with my accent. You could have yourself a nice. Oh, there we go. You could have yourself a nice fine coat over that armor.
It will just snag on things, Keith.
Fair enough.
All right.
All right, let's get this fight started. The blood's itching.
Fight started.
All right.
Are Hoska and I heading up into?
Wait, yeah, actually, yeah. I know I just said that. Let's get back to that. How do we want to divvy up people for this
Should-
battle?
Probably be in melee, just given.
So, question: our ship-to-ship combat is very focused on boarding actions. How
Yeah.
confident are the two of you that you could board an enemy vessel successfully?
You also don't have your ship. It's just your shuttle that does not have weapons.
No, no,
You
no,
can
no, no.
still-
I was proposing that they take the shuttle up to the ship
Oh, yeah, and do stuff from orbit. That's entirely possible.
because I'm assuming the 51st Legion are showing up with ships in orbit.
Yes, most likely.
And like they could shoot transports on their way down, things like that.
We'll say our particle cannons do not work.
Yeah, we're gonna get bitch slapped if
Oh.
we try to do ship-to-ship combat.
All right, maybe
Yeah,
maybe
yeah,
maybe that's a
that's-
no then. We have grappling hooks though. You guys could just run up and ram them.
Yeah. Just gotta get going
Just-
fast enough, and we can.
Yeah, you know what?
Just
Just do a
try to
hyperspace ram if you're in a
Mhm.
pinch. If you're in a pinch, just do a hyperspace ram. Your sacrifice will not be forgotten.
By the way, the EMP, remote EMP that I gave Lando will shut off blasters, not normal guns.
Good to know.
Got not a
my God.
blaster?
For a long period,
Oh, it's a blaster, but it's a fine blaster. It's shielded and all that.
Ah.
Like,
Is it though?
it messes with the wiring. It's only temporarily. It's one of those things where it lasts like a minute.
a minute is a long time in a fight.
Yeah.
The fight, yeah, but
Yeah.
in general, no.
Raphael's weapons won't be affected by them because they are analog weapons.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good thing you just gave me your pistol.
Another positive of Raphael's semi-ancient weaponry. They really
Yeah.
can't.
I think everything except for your detonator launcher and vibroblade.
Yeah, the vibroblade. I think I said before that the
Flamethrower will be affected too, most likely.
Really? In that case, I guess I'm down to the Vera.
Sniper rifle and
Only-
blaster pistol are fine, but
Well, that's
like
only if I use-
flamethrowers, detonator launchers, and vibroblades all have electronics involved in them, no matter what.
EMP
Yeah.
also only
These
has
side
like a
blades.
15-foot. It only has like a 15-foot range too, so unless you're standing right next to him, your guns will be fine.
You know what, Sky?
designed
We
it.
gotta make an EMP that messes up the way.
That's unnecessary.
I haven't taken a point in a tune yet.
Flashback to the Scum and Villany, in the not the Scum and Villany, the Blades in the Dark game. Just recreate that drug.
Let's get this going, so I have no more planning to do.
So
Oh, right.
we're all gonna be on the ground.
I would like to not be where the fight is actually going to happen, but be slightly away from it, potentially at the sniper's nest.
We'll stick you with our 3 hired hands. They have a sniper rifle. We'll stick you with them.
I can have my vision enhancing goggles on and he does too. And just I can help view and figure out the people that he should shoot, like the officers, the people getting the orders.
Alright, if that's it, let's roll engage.
Then the rest of you need to not stand next to the ship then, like the.
Oh, the one that that you rigged to.
I do have.
Let's not stand next to the bomb.
Alright, is this plan particularly bold or dangerous? Yes, it is.
I would argue yes.
Dangerous.
Very, very much so. Oh, and you guys are quality level 1, correct?
Correct.
Great.
We tiered up.
That is wonderful. You will be at a limited effect base. Good thing you did that. Is this plan overly complex or contingent on many factors? Not really. Don't think it is.
I mean, I would argue it's not contingent on many. This is very much a we'll figure it out as we go kind of plan.
Yeah.
Oh, very much so. Here.
Cole, one other thing.
Yes.
You'll have to wear your spacesuit here.
Wow.
Wearing armor.
Space in here.
Yeah, we're on the cold side.
On the cold part, so in order to not freeze stuff, you'll have to choose. You'll have to wear the spacesuit. You can't wear armor with the spacesuit.
Yes.
Yeah, you cannot have armor if you have the spacesuit on, and you need the spacesuit to not die.
Well, shit.
Unless you want to be on Team Hyperspace Ram in orbit.
Be appealing, you've got points in Helm, right?
You can use armor to survive it. You'll be fine.
I mean, I do have 2 points of helm, so I mean,
You suffer a level 4 harm as you hyperspace ram the other ship. I'll use my armor, please.
I mean, what would you guys prefer? Like, which team would you guys prefer me to be on? In all honesty, I'm pretty flexible.
No. There are no teams.
There are no teams.
There's one team, and it's the Foot Army.
The Janus
ship
Syndicate
is
does
not
have
in
fighter craft, but they have their own fighters that they'll use for that.
I will keep our shuttle covered in whatever cloth type thing, just to make it look like it's not a big old shuttle on a white tundra.
Yeah. Does the plan,
Yeah.
well, aka the salt, meaning
You are really cutting out.
Yeah, you cut
Oh.
majorly out there.
Well, let me reconnect.
Everyone got their psych up music going.
Not
Well,
exactly.
actually.
What is Hoska's psych up music, Grace? Is it Jimmy Buffett?
You know, honestly, I think it might be. I've been having some funk on in the background, which has been pretty good.
What was that, Gus?
There you go.
Is this better?
Different.
I mean, different.
It's very different.
Okay, how about now?
That sounds better.
Sorry, I have to mess with my audio mixer. Okay. Does the plan's detail expose the vulnerability of the target, the detail being the point of assault, which in this case is the crashed ship?
That's a you question to answer.
It is a me question to answer. No, it does not. Are they strongest against this kind of approach, or do they have particular defenses or special preparations? They're not particularly strong against this kind of approach, so they don't have any special preparations or anything, so no. Can any of your friends or contacts provide aid or insight for this operation?
And a syndicate.
They are not a friend or contact.
Fair enough. What are the odds my bounty hunter friend
You're dipping out.
You're
Yeah,
like,
your mic's doing the thing
What?
again.
What are the odds that my bounty hunter friend would know anything about the 51st Legion's, like,
Yeah.
leaders? What are the odds that we know anything about, like, who their leadership is?
Mm-hmm.
You would probably be vaguely aware.
Can I roll a consort to maybe get some more specific info?
I
Yeah,
will-
go ahead.
I will system with that.
Take one
perfect.
stress then.
5.
Nice.
So you know the big boss in charge. Let me pull it up real quick. 51st Legion. Talon the Butcher. He is their commander. He is known for being incredibly vicious. You also know that there is a lieutenant named Liara, but not much is really known about her. And there's also Thrace, who is one of their ace pilots, who's known for being, he's like the Poe Dameron of the 51st Legion.
A little
He's a
hot-headed.
loose cannon.
Okay.
Super hot-headed, reckless most of the time. But damn it, he gets
So
results.
he's the one I'm looking for on the battlefield.
What you
It'll
do
be
know is
fun.
that the 51st Legion will not send any of their main forces to deal with this. It's going to be a small group of maybe 7 or 8 at the most.
Okay. Assuming we roll a good engagement.
Yes. Like they're not bringing their
With
they're
like
not
a- with
bringing
like
their
a crit-
dreadnought in or anything.
I was gonna say, would
it's
like a
just like
crit
a-
fail engagement be like the dreadnought shows up in orbit?
Yeah, it's just going to be one of the small local outposts.
Okay. Would that be
So-
enough information to count as an extra dice towards the engagement score?
I would say yeah. The 5, sure.
Perfect. I have us at 3 right now.
And I believe 3 is where you should be at, because there's not really any other enemies or rivals interfering in the operation.
Guys, we're gonna go to war with the 51st Legion after this, probably.
Oh boy.
I mean, maybe they don't have to
Run
know
away.
you were involved.
I mean, no survivors, right?
Hear me out. If both sides kill each other, we get all the benefits and can walk away unharmed.
I am not necessarily opposed to that idea,
And
but I do think it would be a good idea to not piss off the 51st Legion and the Janus Syndicate if that plan doesn't work out.
keep in mind, while you guys have overwhelming numbers, like 7 or 8 51st Legionnaires can take on a group of about 50 well-armed, well-trained soldiers.
But can they take on one reckless sociopath and his big armored friend?
Who was definitely probably up above a little bit more than running the Legionnaire. So we shall see.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Mm,
I don't
Sure.
know about that.
You were with a special group.
Well, the
These are like-
51st Legion aren't the Legion, right? They're like ex-legionnaires, aren't they? Or like a paramilitary kind of group?
They are legitimately the military power.
Oh, they are. Oh boy.
Yes, but the 51st Legion in particular is the one that used to be loyal to the old hegemon. They're the ones who stayed on. The Lost
So
Legion are the
it's-
ones who left.
Okay. All right. They like us, don't they? I forget.
I believe so. I believe you have like +1 with the Lost
We
Legion.
do. Oh, and they're a really strong faction. We should probably go start doing some jobs for them, guys.
Good to know.
Or the Maelstrom, who we are already level 2 with.
You have an interactive fleet with Space Pirates, and I feel like that's a big misstep on that part.
I mean, that's who the Maelstrom are.
Oh. Well,
The Maelstrom are the ones with the Pirate
players-
Queen, I believe.
But as
Yes,
players,
they are.
The misstep of not interacting with them and going out of our way to.
The Maelstrom, I believe, in your crew generation, were the ones who like kind of gave you your guys' start as pirates.
Yeah.
There are
All hail the
pirate
Pirate Queen.
mentors.
Mm-hmm.
All praise the Pirate Queen, yada yada yada. What's she called? Like the Banshee, something like that.
Yeah, the Banshee. or no, she rides the Banshee. I forget what her name is.
Cross that
Yeah.
bridge later.
Who cares? Okay, so I think it's 3 dice for your engagement then.
That's what I counted.
Yep, that's what was counted, mentioned.
Who wants
Who's
to roll?
rolling? Full team, what do you do it?
What was that?
Boom, 6.
There we go. 6.
Nice.
So currently, here's what I'll say. I'll say you guys, with the 6, you're able to pull off an ambush without being seen. There's a small ship that comes in. There are what looks to be a shuttle that can like hold about 10 people, including like the pilot and like some auxiliary staff. There are 5 legionnaires who go and approach the ship, and you got a 6, so you can roll that detonation flashback if you want to start us off the score.
Is that a 1 stress flashback?
Yeah, one. Yes.
I will roll that at rig. Is it riskier or controlled?
Oh, it's controlled. Starting position controlled.
Yeah.
That's rare.
Hmm.
Ooh,
Oh, and he critted.
God damn.
And he critted on a control.
is there any
Yeah.
bonus to critting on the control? Or?
Well, this might be real fast.
I'm just gonna add that gambit die.
That explosion.
You don't.
You
on a
don't. It's
control.
controlled. But you do still start with your normal gambits. That explosion, I think. The effect of yours. You have fine rigging tools, correct?
I don't believe fine rigging tools exist. I find ship repair tools, but I don't know if repair counts here.
Okay. So your effect would be limited still. Even so, that bumps it up to like what a crit would be for a standard, or a 6 for a standard. So you're able to. You hear the Wilhelm scream a few times, and bodies hit the floor. 2 of them are still up, and they notice the explosion, but they don't see the rest of you. They absolutely know at this point
They notice
that
the
this is an
explosion.
ambush. Yeah. Oh yeah, the ones on the ship I meant.
Okay.
They notice the explosion, but they don't notice you. Is where I was going with it.
How far away from the ship are we?
Yeah.
It's up for you to decide.
Okay, would there
This is
be
a
like
controlled position.
cover nearby, or is the ship like out in the open?
It's mostly out in the open, but there are a lot of like winding crags. Like
Should
that you'll
Keith be
probably
like
be able to hide
buried
around.
in like an igloo under the snow, just waiting to emerge?
Yeah, you can do that if you want.
Actually, I could just use my minor camouflage to just blend into the snow to some extent.
Yeah, if you want to just use your minor camouflage, you can be
Yeah, or the total
wherever
camouflage.
you want.
Okay,
You
yeah.
could be
to
like
think
right
Keith
on
and
top of
Raphael.
them.
Yeah.
I like to think Keith and Raphael are in like a snow fort that they built.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll use the camouflage and just be right sort of nearby, but not within range to get hurt by the explosion, knowing that was coming.
Yeah, obviously.
On the ship ready to ambush, we forgot to tell you.
Yeah.
So, what do you want to do?
Do we see
So,
those
did
who are
anyone
left
wait, hold on?
alive?
Did anyone survive the ship explosion, or is it just the crew of like 2 people on the shuttle left?
Yeah.
A few people. It looks like a few did survive the ship explosion. But they're badly hurt, and they're trying to get back onto the ship at this point, dragging the other fallen bodies.
Okay. Second. So my kinetics, how far away can that work? It doesn't specify.
What does it say?
You can push yourself to one of the following: is the way through a table-sized object with dangerous force, or propel yourself briefly with superhuman speed.
I'm gonna say like
Like, because I want to maybe propel one of the bodies they're dragging into the rest of them.
Knock them over like a bowling ball.
Yeah, bowl them with their own body.
I'd say yeah, you can do that.
Okay, and push
The limits for it are basically what you can get away with in a movie, so go for it.
Okay, I will do that. Take the 2 stress and then make a tune roll for that. Done.
Yep.
Always risky. We've got 3 gambits, right?
No, but
Actually,
I
no.
think you're still controlling because of this, aren't you?
This is more of a Galvin thing, but hacking and attuning are always risky because there's always the risk of you dealing with something that you are not
Okay.
for.
Okay. I will use a gambit.
You're not ready for it.
5.
Good thing you did.
Yeah.
5 should be a limited effect as well.
Okay.
But yeah, with the 5, I'd say you're able to trip them up and not like, you know, kill any of them, but you're able to trip them up long enough to give you guys another opening.
I'll order our snipers to start taking shots at them while they're out in the open like that.
Alright. May I join in on that fire?
I mean, you always shoot first, so go for it.
Yeah.
Although, they also always shoot first, so go ahead.
I'll show them how it's done. Also,
Roll-
since is this technically are we technically from hiding or springing a trap in this case or no?
I would say yes.
Oh, so I actually get a plus. You know.
So, Cole, are you
You're
having
attacking from
Raphael? Are you having
Hmm.
Raphael be with the snipers?
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good.
I mean, I am using Gira, my fine sniper, which is just like a Barrett 50 cal, but space.
I will roll theirs. That's a 2.
Oh baby,
That's a 6.
Oh,
6.
Jesus Christ, that's a lot of dice.
die.
Oh,
Yeah,
just
you're-
you wait.
Oh, yeah.
Just you wait for when I come out.
Oh, yeah. Didn't even use a gambit with that, or push myself.
You're able to take out one of the still moving people just like that.
Damn.
At this point,
you notice
Keith
that the
sit-
engines of the
Oh.
shuttle are like warming up and getting ready to take off.
At this point, could Keith emerge conspicuously not where he'd originally buried himself, but we'll get to that in a flashback later, and just start shooting at the other survivors that are still out in the open?
Yes, absolutely.
I'll also take a pew pew at them. I'm going to spend a
Standard
gambit, and I
You got it.
would guess this counts as springing a trap,
Yes, it does still.
This is going to be a lot of dice.
and I only got a 4.
Ooh.
Before. Standard effect though, because it's a fine weapon. You're able to take some pot shots. You hit a few of them, but you don't take any of them down.
I'm more trying to just pin them down at this point.
Yeah, the
Actually,
pinning
what am I
down
saying? I'm trying to
effect
shoot to
happens.
kill. Yeah.
You don't shoot to kill, but you do
Sounds-
seem to be able to pin them down. What's your next move?
Um,
I used hacked to. I want to start scrambling their shuttle startup sequence so it keeps randomizing a little faster than they can try to type in a new one.
Yeah, sure.
I want to make it so they're going to struggle to take off. Would infiltrator affect this here? I'm not affected by quality or tier when I bypass security measures to get into their ship.
Yeah, it would be in effect here.
Alright, in that case, we're still at great effect for hacking.
Yeah, you are.
Infiltrator is a great ability. Really should have taken.
You know, it really is a very useful ability.
Yeah,
Jesus.
you're able to delay their startup launch, and you have great effect. So you're able to like jam their comms so that they can't like message the ship to like for any help as well.
What calls the fire alarms inside the shuttle to go off, just making a lot of noise, making their life a little more difficult.
Yeah. They're scrambling at this point.
Are there still
You've got
some
'em
outside of
roped.
the ship at this
Yeah,
point?
man.
There's one that's left outside of the ship and is trying to find a way to get past, but all of the suppressive fire is making it difficult.
Could I just run up to him and hit him with the side blades?
Mhm.
Alright. Scrap. Gain +1 dice from my Wrecking Crew ability. 6.
Nice. Yeah. You're able to do him in. At this point, you get a message on the radio from one of the Janus Syndicate members, and they say, it looks like we dealt with them for now. We're sending our crew in to extract the more valuable assets inside the ship.
Are you trying to tell us to back off from this fight?
Well, what I'm saying is that there's not much of a fight anymore.
Fair enough. Still a couple of them on that ship there, though.
They're worth more alive to us. They're what we were coming for.
Guys, should I do a bad thing?
Oh boy.
With that line, part of me wants to just say yes. But also,
On
not.
the
All
other
right,
hand,
I'm validated. Green light.
Listeners-
Okay. Remember when I said that
in
there
a situation
might
where the
be
Janus Syndicate kills us all.
Remember where I said there might be a flashback to explain why he suddenly emerged from a different kind of cover?
Mm-hmm.
Can I detonate the detonator I put on their ship, the underside of their ship?
Yes.
I assume is that a 1 or 2 stress flashback?
I'll say 2 stress.
Okay. And I'm also going to push myself for an additional 1. And would this be a rig roll to do it?
Yes. Rig would be the roll.
I'm going to spend our last gambit then. So I'm pushing myself to increase the effective standard, and I am using a gambit to add an extra dice. And this should be at controlled position. I just accidentally
Controlled
forgot to change it, and I'm too lazy to go back. 3, I fail.
Oh boy.
You failed.
It just doesn't go off. We're controlled, so it's not like it's that bad.
It's controlled. It's not that bad. There's no like. All it really does is like cause like the like the landing like feet or whatever you call it. They just like collapse under the explosion, and that's about it.
Oops.
Whoops.
Although that might have been better for you because the Janus Syndicate may not even notice or care.
Yeah. I mean, better for me out of game, you know.
Yeah,
I was
out of
trying
game.
to make it. I was trying to make an oopsie, but instead my oopsie wound up being a plus.
Boy, that may be the fastest score you guys have ever done. 1,
I don't know.
2,
Remember,
3,
Blades, we had
4.
a score that literally ended with the engagement roll
Oh, it did.
because we were doing a score to try to find an inspector who would like be willing to investigate one of our enemies, and we rolled a crit on the engagement roll. So we just found the inspector, and then it was Pietro just talking to him as like a downtime activity.
Oh wow.
There were like 3 rolls that you made, but you succeeded on all of them.
Right, exactly. It was stupid fast.
This was incredibly fast. So I had like a 10-tick clock filled, and you guys filled so much of it. You filled half of it with the 6. I was expecting it to be much longer than that.
Well, with the 6 for our engagement roll, or Sky's initial crit.
Was that
The crit did a lot of work. I mean, the 6 for engagement roll affected how big the clock was going to be. If it was a risky, it would be 12. If it was desperate, it'd be 16.
There were a lot of good things that happened.
Yeah. Very good. You guys didn't fail on a roll until it didn't matter. Alright. I guess let's go to payoff.
Gotham, it doesn't sound
Guys,
like you know
we
what
might
to
You
do.
get to sell the
We might do 2
get
scores
at
in one
least
night.
4 cred. Get at least 4 cred for the. We get to sell the cargo off of the first ship because last time we got 4 cred. And you said we could sell half of it then. And then this time we
Yeah,
get back 4.
that'll be at downtime. You'll get that cred. But we'll do payoff for this because like I'll say like instead of rolling on entanglements, I think the entanglement will be the selling part of it.
Okay.
Like actually completing the transaction will be your entanglement. Because it might be. I'll let you know right now. You getting the stuff for him will be one of the like opportunity entanglements where you can get like, you might have the lead on another job or a lead on like some information that you want, sort of thing. Payoff for this score. You guys actually do make some coin because the Janus Syndicate was not implicated at all in this.
No.
You guys kind of took
Neither
the
were
heat
we.
for them on this because they didn't really do anything. So you're actually gonna get a bonus because they like to help out their friends. You're gonna get 4 coin from it.
Hold on. Before we take the 4 cred from them, could we instead ask them for like some, primo weapons for our ship, maybe, or like just fine weapons as a crew?
4 cred. 4 cred I will say you can get either like an upgraded ship weapon, or you guys can get like fine weapons for 2 cred each
I
weapon.
prefer to take the money, especially because I can spend that money to build things.
Okay, I don't care about that. We, as a crew, I personally think upgrading our ship would be a good idea,
I concur to that.
but
Especially with our current guns not working, if I remember correctly.
well, those will
We
be
need to
fixed in the
fix
next
those.
downtime.
Okay.
But so I'm thinking, what if we get some additional options, like maybe we get like like proton torpedoes or something like that?
That could work.
Being said, we do currently have like maybe 1 coin at best between all of us.
So here's the thing: you will need to. You actually don't. You'll have to choose your weapons if you get another weapon thing, because you don't currently have enough weapon
upgrade the
systems
number
to
of
have
weapons.
another weapon.
Oh, we don't. Okay.
You need to upgrade your ship systems first. Which they will be, if for 4 cred, they'll upgrade your ship weapon system. So you'll have an extra slot you can put weapons in.
Awesome. Do we want to do that then? Just upgrade the ship?
Yeah.
I think let's put it to a vote. Does anyone have any? So basically, the options are either upgrade the system, or just take the money. Everyone in favor of upgrading the system, type a 1 in the chat. Everyone in favor of just taking the coin, type a 2.
All right, Cole, it's all on you. It's your decision.
Boom.
Upgraded
That's a
is.
1.
I will mark. You have another tick you can use for weapons.
Why is it red?
I have no clue.
They're red on all of them.
Is it the damage
Oh, that might be
indicator?
the damage indicator.
I think that's the damage indicator.
Yeah.
Are we only allowed to have 2 weapon systems altogether?
I'm almost certain you're able to have more, but let me double check. Ships are weird. I wish it was just a normal crew. You have a
It might
whole.
be because we're on
You have a
it might
flow
be because we're
chart
on a
for that?
Might be because we're on a Corvette rather than a frigate or a dreadnought. We only get max of these.
Corvette should have this. I believe this base model is for a freighter. I believe Corvette should have slightly more, but let me double check. Because ships are strange.
Because we Gavin's the ship we have is currently it's labeled as a Star Dancer. Possible sheet with no contacts.
The what was
Well,
it?
we can add upgrades.
Let me find it, because the base model should not be a Star Dancer. The base model should be a Fire Drake, actually. And you have 3 weapon systems that you have with it. Starting.
I think somebody may have accidentally hit the add abilities button because there are suddenly a ton of crew abilities.
You did add the crew abilities. I will fix that.
I mean, can't we keep home cooking?
No.
I feel like we're not friendly enough with each other to get home cooking yet.
You're not friendly enough to get home cooking.
It's not even that. Which one of us would do the cooking?
Okay, I see.
But
I
it's
remember
just
now. So yes, your weapons have a system upgrade of a maximum of 3, so you can have 3 ticks in your slot. You currently only have 2, so it will add another opportunity for you to get a weapon.
Alright, how do we display that on the ship, though?
I am going to figure out how to do that. I think I have to like mess with like the
I'll make a
settings.
note at the bottom.
Yeah, make a note and I'll fix it before
mark it
next
with
time.
the red. I'm
Yeah.
gonna mark it with the red there.
That's fine for
We
now.
have it. So instead of that, we're just marking off what some we already don't have.
So that will be your payoff.
We're gonna get screwed if there's like another entanglement where we have to pay a debt, but who cares?
Yeah.
Where
needs
is it?
that?
Heat. You guys end up getting 4 heat exactly. Because it was low. It was pretty low exposure for you guys, but killing was involved.
Oh, we're good. Are we in the Holt or Iota system?
You are in Holt. Does not increase your wanted though, so you're good there. You guys do get a +1 status with the Janus Syndicate, so you got that.
Nice.
And you don't go to war with the 51st Legion because they don't give a fuck.
We're small
They're-
town criminals as far as they're concerned.
The main reason they hate you is just because of 2 of you guys.
Have you ever picked
They
the,
call it
enemies
deserting.
of a
I call it
powerful,
tactical withdrawal.
Have you ever pissed off a powerful legion? Powerful action.
They call it desertion. I call it a tactical withdrawal that never stopped withdrawing.
So let's go. So you guys are able to head back into town. Let's see. What did we decide happened to the bar last time?
Well,
Did
last
we
time it was
pay-
under Raphael's watch, so unless something happened most recently, it's still under our control.
Because didn't we pay like 1 cred somewhere?
You did pay 1 cred. I remember now. You paid to keep it. Yep. So it's good for now.
We need to reduce our heat before we're going to make any money off of it, but that's a different issue.
Alright, so next thing. Entanglements. So you arranged to meet with a buyer and it's your friend, correct? Sky?
I'll give you his name. It's Len.
Len. Alright, you meet with Len. Hey, Sky!
How you doing?
You got thoughts?
You just got way out.
Yeah, you disappeared.
Hey, what's going on? You got my parts or what?
All of it went off pretty well.
What I like to hear. It's what I like to hear. All right. Wiring you the money and sent. Boom.
Fantastic. You are the absolute best.
So, listen. Heard you've been, making some trouble with some of the knights around here, if I'm not mistaken.
And they don't like us very much, and I think it's because we tried to mess with them.
Yeah, heard about that. Shame, shame. Word on the street is they got some confiscated, goods of the, supernatural nature. I don't know much about that shit, but apparently it's worth a lot of money.
Yeah. That's right.
Are the rest of us there right now, or is he just...
Oh yeah, you're all there, if you want to be.
That's interesting. What sort of supernatural?
Hey, do I got a pointy hat on? Do I look like a fucking wizard? No, I don't know what this shit is. I just know people want it. And if you guys do decide to go after it, I do expect a 10% fee.
And as long as you get us some information or some stuff that can help us, it will be fantastic.
I gave you the information. They have the thing. What else do you need?
Information about exactly like where it's being kept.
Oh, you're gonna bust my balls on this guy?
I mean, I'd like to know a little bit about where we're going, so we're not going completely blind.
Why don't you roll a sway with a bonus dice, because he's your friend. Five. He'll reluctantly sigh. He's like, I'll ask around and see what I can find, but wasn't kidding about that 10%.
Oh, of course. You gotta pay the finder's fee. And I mean, we expect the same if we ever come across anything and want to give you information or any other contacts. Business.
Business I can handle. Alright, now get the fuck out of here. I gotta call my wife and kids.
I love my miss them. I love them. They're fantastic. Let's go, guys.
Yeah, Glinda wants you over for dinner.
As long as she makes her cast. Roll.
Oh, God, that casserole. Ooh. Moment on the lips, forever on the hips.
Let's go, okay.
That's a good one.
Alright, so you get your cred, and you got a lead on the things you're looking for.
Taking at least one of those cred. This is my one of the 4 cred. This is my friend. I see you guys can divvy up the other 3 as you want, unless you want to give it all to me.
Keith will shoot everyone if he doesn't get one.
You're not here. You're at the bar.
Alright, no one disagreed. I'm taking one.
Oh, I did.
Yeah,
you're at the
not
bar.
there.
You're not there.
Oh, fair point. But, you know, the cred gets downloaded to our joint account, so he sees it.
It's downloaded to Oscar, who is there.
No, it's the ship's account. We all have access to it because we all can spend the ship's money, no?
Not necessarily, because the Len downloads it
No,
directly to
don't
me, because
talk,
I
don't
have his
talk your way out
contact.
of it. No, don't try to talk your way out of and get my cred.
There's a very easy way. There's a very easy way to do this. And I
Roll.
would say it would be a contested hack roll.
Or, how about the 4 of us who are in contention for it all just roll a d6 and the top 3 numbers get it?
That works.
I would say, though, Len would send it to my
That sounds
account.
fair to me.
You know what?
Or-
Alternately, I will just not get a cred. Chill with that.
Or alternately, you pull a captain and just divvy it up as it should go.
Yeah, you could pull
I am
rank on
taking-
them.
I'm pulling a
I am
captain.
taking...
Be happy. They all get cred.
I love it.
All right.
All
You're a
right.
good captain. We'll keep you around. Memo: tell Raphael to scrap the mutiny.
cost me a lot more credit in the long run.
Yeah, spend a little now, keep everyone happy.
It doesn't matter. This was a bunch of wounds. It's like spending our downtime healing.
Yeah, I was expecting you guys to at least take some blaster fire, but you guys were controlling that situation.
Oh, just wait till my downtime, then we can talk about taking blaster fire.
We'll see. We'll see your downtime. Okay, so let us move to downtime. Why don't you go first, Raphael? Because I know you have to leave in like 4 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
We should also do his XP before he leaves.
We will do XP and downtime all in one for you.
Sorry, my bomb was too effective for you to get much XP.
Heh, all of us have this issue.
All I'm hearing is all your fault, Jacob.
You be less good, please.
You there?
Yeah, I
Go.
can hear him.
Yes, I'm here. Sorry. All right, XP.
Downtime first.
I guess I'll just indulge by try and clear stress.
All right. 50-50 shot. There we go.
How would you take that risk?
That was a risk.
You're fine.
That's the luxury you have when you only roll 1 dice to clear your vice.
Come when you take risks. Then I suppose. Honestly, I don't even really know what to do. I don't have too much going on. So
Good
Why
try.
don't you roll to clear our heat? Yeah, why don't you clear some of our heat, please?
I will roll to try and clear some of our heat.
How are you gonna do that? You're gonna do your normal intimidation strategy?
I'm gonna go with the good old intimidation, perhaps a little bit of scrapping on the side too, if necessary.
You can choose what you want to do. Do you want to like physically threaten people or just verbally threaten people?
Physically.
Physically. Roll that scrap.
He's beating
Beat
up
up
some
the cops.
couriers. Yeah. 6, nice.
Nice. 3 heat is cleared.
Go.
That's nice.
And let's do that XP. Alright, so you address a tough challenge with force or threats. Well, there's one right there.
Yeah.
And then you did use I don't know if you sniping is necessarily force.
You just a tough challenge with force or threats. I literally probably blew someone in half with a 50 caliber sniper rifle. I'm pretty sure that it's addressing a problem with literal force.
I mean, literally, yes. It was addressing a problem using force.
Yes.
But I don't know if it fits the interpretation of force. Unless you guys all, I mean, it's a group thing. So if you guys all think it should count as force, then go for it. I'm just here to provide the contrary.
I think it should. I fully think it should, because like he was a short combat, but he engaged in a combat to overcome a trouble.
And that's how he tends to do force anyway.
Yeah.
Sure. If you guys all agreed, then absolutely 2 XP.
Grace, are you gonna dissent?
Oh no, absolutely, it's forced.
Okay. Great. Express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background.
We didn't have much time to express beliefs.
Okay. In terms of
Well,
your background,
we did help Keith with his in the background.
Was it the background with the gun?
With Keith's friends.
Yeah.
The bounty hunter to get the end would be your background of having other contacts and stuff.
it's a good point. It's a good point.
And your
I
own personal,
thought I was the one that used the contact.
your own
He
personal
helps with
information. He helped with that because of his own like personal run-ins with the pretty girls.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. I forgot you helped me.
Mm-hmm. I could leave it one, and I did not struggle with any sort of issues or advice or traumas during the session. So
I don't pick up the trauma. It's an extra team achievement to get it going.
yeah, I don't think I'm getting that.
3 XP.
My very small amount of stress I'm getting these days.
Not if you're rolling to clear stress when you only have 3. You won't.
Gotta take risks somewhere.
All right, great. I think that wraps you up then.
All right.
Let's go down the list then.
I'm heading off,
You're
guys.
gonna head up.
So,
Goodbye, Cole.
all right, take it easy, guys. Sorry for the short
See ya.
night. Got stuff going on, so peace.
All right, Sky, you're up first.
Okay, so for my downtime, how much heat do we still have? It's not usually my forte.
Significant amount.
Take out heat. You know what? Actually, I'm a downtime person. I have things since I want to build.
Well, first, please auto repair the ship.
Oh yeah, I'll do that. I'll spend my free downtime actually
This
to
is
do
like
that.
the first thing in a while we haven't actually broken the ship further.
Yeah.
We're growing, guys.
Uh,
We're not breaking what we own.
I want to build. No, I haven't actually. I've just created a translator for the waypad. Like out of the waypad, I haven't actually read the waypad. Oh,
No.
actually, I'm gonna start de-encrypting Jolene's communicator. That seems like a dangerous plot, like thread to leave open.
Yeah,
Who is
you might
Jolene
want to do
again?
that. The woman that you killed, who gave you
killed,
information on
going
the serial killer.
Oh, right, the one that Cole and I
Quote
tortured.
unquote.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jolene.
Okay, how many segments is this gonna be?
We will say it's 6-second clock.
Let's hack.
Because she's not particularly high tier. It's just normally encrypted.
Risky standards. Actually, no, it's risky. Great.
Yeah.
Risky. Great. Don't need bonus days where you're rolling 3. Great.
Damn.
Someone wants to pad their
You know
stats
what?
tonight.
Yeah,
You know
seriously.
what? Sure, I'll let that crit just fill the clock. It would bring it at 5, but it's a crit.
I also get.
Oh, you get plus
to fill
1,
when I
right?
roll hacker
Yeah.
rate.
It fills it automatically.
It just fills the segment. What's in here?
So the communicator, notable contacts on the communicator. Frequently in touch with members of which 3
Whose
factions
communicator
were
is
they?
this?
Jolene, the woman that you guys tortured and killed for information. instead
Yeah,
of
remember
paying.
when we were hunting that serial killer that was actually just a way robot thing?
Oh, yes.
An AI?
Yep.
Yeah, there was a shady individual who we interrogated for information.
Correct.
You might remember
I think
the Benny Hill themed kidnapping that it involved.
Yep.
It sounds
Taking
kind
notes
of
thing is
bad
really
when you just play it out like that, you know?
Oh, don't worry, I take the full guilt. Well, not really guilt, because I'm not guilty, but the full
Blame.
onus of what happened, I guess. That was a
This
Keith and
character's made me
Raphael.
realize why you take notes in our games. So many notes on just the stuff I need to do.
Okay, so the things that you wouldn't notice is that notable contacts are Madame Gordon, which you would most likely recognize because she's the leader of the Turner Syndicate, which is a drug operation, very big drug operation that uses like rare crystals in their process. Something that you've probably had before.
Ingested.
You may have even like dealt with them to get those drugs before. The other contact that is of note, the frick is it? Oh, there's like a number of vaguely familiar names that you put together to be people from the Hegemonic News Network. Let's see. A few people from the Bornico Syndicate as well, which you
That's
would
spelled.
they are a thieves guild who specializes in stealing high-tech gear. Like, they have guild technology that has gone missing. They're like they did what you did, but more successfully.
Okay.
So they're you, but not a failure, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, pretty much.
Me who didn't get caught. Probably sold stuff to them at some point, but not necessarily with my knowledge. I got into
You
Len, and probably sold stuff to them.
interacted with them without knowing exactly who they were. You probably guessed, but
Len
still.
is the middleman.
Um,
Anyone else?
Those would be the ones that would stand out to you. You also notice that there are that her bank accounts are wiped clean. And any information, you can check the system and everything, but all backups, all files that were on that, you know that there were at one point many files on it, but it appears to
I've
have
waited
all
too
been
long.
completely clean. Yes, you did way too long.
That's fine.
There was like a 1 week if there wasn't like an access code typed in, it wiped itself.
Basically, had I hacked into it the second we got it, I would have potentially made money.
Potentially, yeah.
Okay. I'm guessing they're partially wiping her off the face of the sector.
Pretty much.
Okay, and then I have a second one.
Oh, actually, you know what? You did get a crit. So there are a number of. You notice a number of the contacts are using. You like run the numbers through a database, and they are like. They're all numbers that have been out of service, or like communicator IDs that have been out of service for years and years. And a few, what do you call it? Like, name not displayed kind of deal.
Burner phones?
Yeah.
Burner communicators?
Yeah. Possibly burner communicators, possibly regular communicators. You notice that there are a lot of calls going, through those no caller ID sort of things,
Yeah.
but with no way to call them back. Like, you try calling them back, but number is out of service.
Okay. Still another downtime activity.
Oh,
Great, I
jeez.
don't have to clear stress. I used one for a flashback.
Oh, you could roll for clearing one. That could only go well.
I could clear heat, but I feel like I'm someone who gains heat. Is
Well, you
there
can
a
always
guild?
you can always hack it and get XP for addressing a challenge with hacking.
I've already clicked 2 of those. I need to do belief, stress, heritage, or background, or vice or trauma.
You got
I
some
think-
background going with Len.
I do. Is there a guild of engineers outpost on here, on this planet?
There is.
Goodbye.
What do you want to try to do?
Oh, boy.
I want to fuck with them. What kind of outpost is it? I'm guessing it's not like a big hub, but like kind of
No.
smaller.
It is a smaller, officially research outpost.
I want to hack into their stuff.
Great. You have infiltrator, so you roll at great effect.
I want to basically.
What is
I wanna-
your action that you're taking here, though? What downtime
I wanna-
action is?
I want to start. a
If you
clock
want,
to
this could be
basically-
like a gain heat downtime action if you want.
I mean, it could gain heat, but my main thing is I want to figure out what the fuck the guild is doing here. Because from what I know, they're never in a place without a purpose.
Do you want to start a long-term project to do that? Because it's going to take time, even though you can bypass security measures.
I figure I'll incrementally get information.
Most likely, yes. It'll be like one of those like repeatable clocks you can do, sort of thing.
What planet are we on again?
San Handra.
Alejandro. Okay, I think it's gonna be a 12 to 7 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, I will roll that hack. No bonus dice.
Crit again?
4.
Nope.
All right.
That's 2 ticks, right?
2 ticks. Yeah.
Alright, and I automatically get a 3rd.
And you rolled a 4, so it's +1 heat for you.
That's fine.
All right, Asuka, you're up
Yeah,
next.
the next score has to go perfectly if no one else clears any heat.
Yeah, so first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna clear heat.
Sounds good. How are you gonna do
Good, Captain.
I'm gonna do my standard, just find any witnesses and convince them they didn't see what they see kind of a deal.
it? Yeah. Keep going about that plan.
These are
Maybe
not
you
the
like
pirates
run
you're
into
looking for.
some like guild of engineers people who are asking around, and then you just like convince them that you weren't there.
Yeah. Just blame random people.
Yep.
That's something.
Yeah. That's 2 heat reduced.
I also need to install the med bay. Completely forgot since nobody got hurt.
Just
And
you
then
wait.
second thing I'd like to do is this is probably going to be starting a long-term clock,
Mm-hmm.
because I'd like to kind of wiggle my way into the Janus Syndicate as like a mole kind of a deal, basically. I'd like to just get into a position where I overhear important stuff.
Oh, okay, I see. Yeah, I'll have you start a long-term project, and you'll probably have to use consort to finagle it, consort or sway.
Okay. What was the second one? Sorry, I didn't catch it.
Sway.
Consort or maybe sway.
Okay.
You get a boosted effect because they kind of like us.
No, the fact that they like you gives you the clock.
Okay.
That's why this is an opportunity that's even open at all.
Yeah.
All right. So how big would that clock be?
Ooh, I'm gonna say 8.
Okay. Cool. All right. And then can I try to roll on it immediately after it's made, or do I have to wait?
Yes, you can roll on it immediately when it's made.
All right. I'm gonna try with sway.
All right.
Go.
Sure, 2 ticks.
And that's my downturn.
Great.
Okay.
Keith.
Okay. I want to get some questions out of the way before I do something very stupid.
Mm-hmm.
So I would like to duel a gunslinger for his fine weapon.
Mm-hmm.
But I would like to establish. I imagine I'm probably not allowed to use armor during a duel, correct?
No. So
But
here's
can
what
I
it will
use
be.
my special armor ability, which is the Devil's Own Luck, that lets me not avoid the consequences of blaster fire?
I will also say no, because this is going to be a straight roll kind of deal.
Okay, but I can bump it up
You can
with a
bump it up
variety
however
of.
you like, but you cannot use armor or anything to resist it.
Okay, and what am I rolling against?
I will roll a fortune roll with 3 dice, so 3d6.
And failure. What's the consequence of failure? Death.
Not necessarily. So if you don't beat it, if you get lower than the highest result of this person, like highest tier of result, then you will get a level 3 harm. If there is either a crit success or a crit fail,
I could sway it either way.
it would be death.
And last question: would my shoot first ability work?
It would not work.
It would not necessarily give me the extra dice, but would I get to act first against the guy?
No, because if you're looking to fight a gunslinger, they will also be able to shoot first.
Okay, so we're shooting at the same time.
Yeah, exactly.
And then one last point. Last time you did tell me I could use my special armor ability. But if you would like to still rescind that, then I will graciously bow my
I
head
was
and step
I was
back.
thinking about it, and I don't think that it would apply in this circumstance. Narratively speaking, I don't think it would apply, because if it were anything more than a downtime activity, I would say absolutely we'll make it a full-on thing. But since it is a downtime activity that you want to do to acquire this asset,
Okay.
then no, this is effectively you taking a devil's bargain to acquire an asset. So no, you cannot
Sure.
resist your consequences.
All right.
That-
Regardless,
That
I will
bargain
do.
be- I
You
forget-
can resist normally, however, and reduce the
Okay.
effect.
Regardless, I will do it. I will push myself for an extra dice.
Great.
Is with the position risky? I assume.
Mm-hmm.
Effect is great.
I mean, you'll probably do fine.
Oh yeah, it was Andrew Jackson got in a fight with Charles Dickinson in a duel, and figured that because Dickinson had killed 26 men in duels, that Jackson set it up so he would get shot first, but be able to not get shot lethally, and so he could have enough time to aim and shoot. And if you're doing it in a proper duel, and each person gets one, could you use that special armor to do that, so you still take the harm?
That's a 5. So 5 or a 6.
Also
in
a
your
5.
5. Great. In case of a tie, what was I gonna do? What was I gonna do? I had it written
I will
down.
point out I'm at a great effect, but you know.
Oh, you are at a great effect. That is correct. That will push the tie over, since you are at a great effect.
Excellent.
So yes, you're able to acquire your fine sidearm.
So I just shot a man dead in the street, correct?
Yes, you did.
Would you count that as a show of force?
I would.
I would like to threaten everyone to reduce our heat, please.
Absolutely.
Taking advantage of my scary ability.
Yes.
So I have potency, and I get an extra dice because I just did a show of force.
Yes, you did. Oh, I love it.
It was all coming together. 6.
6 with a great effect will clear your heat.
Boom. Who's that?
Well, do we want to spend a cred on the bar now that we have no heat?
I need to spend a cred to spend my stress. Actually, you know what? The gift that keeps on giving. I will spend a cred on the bar.
Great.
I will spend a cred to roll for the bar.
Roll a
So
1d6.
it's, a 1d6, right?
Flat.
One
cred.
hilarious.
Broke even.
Am I allowed? I'm not allowed to do it again, right?
No.
All right, I'm gonna
that's
spend that
all
cred then to indulge my vice. I'm gonna spend that cred to indulge my vice.
Great.
6. Boom.
God, I wish that had gone the other way.
Yeah.
I have been all over the place tonight on my rolls.
This is really funny. Okay, Lando, you're up next.
Alright, first thing we're gonna do is indulge the vice.
I still
to
love
clear
the
some
idea that I
stress.
just shot a man dead and shout, "None of you saw anything."
4 puts me down to 1.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think is there a let's do trying to decide if I start a long-term clock or part of me wants to try to just dump the EMP on that egg thing.
You want to do it?
Oh God.
What?
You know what? Yeah, we'll do it. He's
Okay.
weirdest device. He wants to figure it out, and he's looking-
Remind me again. Your device is a tier 2 device for the EMP, correct?
It, before
Great.
it's
It'll have no effect on this whatsoever.
Yeah. Sky would have told you that. It is only for small things.
What
Okay.
does Lando see the egg and go, "Oh, it's kind of small shaped"?
If you would like to consume those EMPs, go for it.
It has 3 charges
Okay, then.
before I have to
Okay, if I
recharge it.
would have known it wouldn't have worked. No, then I'll consider a long-term clock on it.
You can push yourself to get a limited effect.
You got it.
Alright. Would that be a tune roll for the clock? To figure it out.
If you'd like. Again, it will be a base no effect.
Remember, it has defenses against the tuning.
Yeah. Actually, I could do study. That works well.
Yeah, because
Study you'll have a standard effect
Okay.
on,
Yeah. we'll do
but
s-
the information that you get from studying may not be particularly useful to you.
Yeah.
Will it
Yeah, we'll just
do
go-
the similar
we'll go with
thing
the
as
attune.
me creating?
We'll do
Would
it.
it
It's
be
a
similar
situation
thing to-
where you'll be able to notice things but not connect the dots.
Would this be like how when I created the translation network for the Earth stuff, where it would allow him to potentially have have a real clock, or
Yeah,
use this
pretty much.
later? Yeah.
We'll just do the
Yeah,
attune
well.
on it.
Okay, no effect.
No effect at all.
Yeah, no effect base.
Okay. Alright.
You can push yourself to increase the effect.
Yeah, you can push yourself to get a limited effect.
Yeah, we'll do that.
It's going to be a 12-tick clock as well.
Okay.
1 tick.
1 tick. Come on. Alright.